Hello, everyone. Thank you very much. We are late. I do apologise. All I can say is that when Steve Jobs was told he was late for something, he says, we're not late, we're 5 years ahead of our time. Not the case with this film, but I'd love you to welcome some of the people who helped us make it. You will feel a bit like the North Korean Parliament. There are a lot of them. But please give a hand for Christian Colson, the producer. And not here tonight is Scott Rudin, who's kind of like the chief producer, I suppose. You don't mind me saying that, do you? No, and they call him, this is not our expression, having known him, he was wonderful to work with, but other people call him the mean guy who does great stuff. But anyway, I'd like to introduce you to the guy that he developed the script with, this extraordinary screenwriter. Einstein said, logic gets you from A to B, imagination takes you everywhere else. Aaron Sorkin. Woo! And now, some of the actors who managed to pull off working with all of us. First of all, I'd like to introduce someone who's working here at the moment, Katherine Waterston. Thank you very much. And followed closely by Michael Stuhlbarg. Hey, Michael, who plays Andy Hertzfeldt. And talking of North Korea, Seth Rogen, sadly who isn't here, but he's at home watching, I believe. But we do have a hero of mine, Jeff Daniels. Come on, Jeff. I've always wanted to work with this woman, and it was an extraordinary privilege to do that. Please welcome someone who you know very, very well and who you saw in the beginning there, Kate Winslet. Woo! So our project, our film, I was there every day, and I've been editing it for 6 months, just up the road, 200 yards up the road there, and I've still no idea how he did this. Please welcome Michael Fassbender. And it's a sad day for, obviously, because Ireland would be. It's a pretty tough day, really, but he came anyway, so it's a very tough day generally for the Northern Hemisphere, but nevertheless, we hope you enjoy this. It is a real pleasure to be closing the London Film Festival, something that we've tried to do.
We can start it all again, I don't mind.
Something that we've tried to do twice before, but she keeps reopening it, and hopefully we'll get invited back again to close it again. But thank you very much. Could I just say a big thank you to our London partners, the people who worked on the film, and that's everybody at Goldcrest and Technicolor, and Adam and Tim at Union FX, their amazing team at Union FX, and also Glenn Fremantle and his amazing team at Sound 24. And that's us. Thanks very much, Claire.
Can I also just keep you a little longer, because this audience does not have the pleasure of hearing you talk more about the film at the other end without giving away spoilers. I am really interested to maybe start with you, Aaron, about the screenplay and such an innovative structure. And when approaching a subject like this, could you tell us a little bit about what drew you into making Steve Jobs?
You know, I'm looking out at the audience and I'm seeing about 1,000 iPhones pointed here right now. So one of the things that drew me in was just finding out more about the emotional connection that people have to the things that Steve made. One of the things that you're going to see in the movie seconds from now, there's no reason for me to be describing it, but one of the things that you're going to see in the movie is that people keep asking him, what do you do? What do you do? And I think that the thing that he did was add this ingredient to his products that made us love them.
Great. Kate, can I ask you about the character of Joanna Hoffman? It's such a strong and really rich character. How did you come to both the film and the character of Joanna?
If I was to tell you that story, this audience would kill me because they'd be here for another hour. I just felt very fortunate to hear about the film from a friend who was working on it as a hair and makeup artist, and I just knew that I wanted to be in a room with Aaron Sorkin, Danny Boyle, and Michael Fassbender, and the real bonus for me was that the real Joanna Hoffman was still around for me to spend some time with, and so I got to hear about her wonderful friendship with Steve, some of the warmth of which Michael and I tried to bring into these characters, so that as an audience, hopefully you get sort of a backstage pass to the man himself.
And Michael, for you, it's a scorching performance. I think I can use that superlative accurately here. And a really sort of deep role for you to take on, an iconoclastic figure who's kind of changed our lives in such a dramatic way. Was that a nerve-wracking thing, or were you in there energetic from the get-go? And could you maybe tell us a little bit about the process?
It was traumatic. No, you know, just a lot of time with the script, just really boring, really. Just sitting in a room, reading it over again, and then reading it some more. And then, thankfully, you know, we had Danny at the helm, and you know, he really organized it in such a great way for the actors. We had a rehearsal time, which is already a luxury in any film, but to have that much rehearsal time, you know, I don't know how I could have done it without. So thank you, Danny, and thank you to fantastic cast, and of course Aaron for just, you know, the best script that I ever wrote, you know, modern day script for sure.
Well, thank you all so much for being here, and let's get this show going.
Thank you very much.